to the family here, the church here. I'm just so glad to be with you guys. Thank you so much for bringing me in here. And I just felt like, I just see this thing happening of a transition of generations. I see like there's going to be a lot of babies in that area, in that room, and a lot of young people who are I see like just tons of kids under 5. And I feel like there's these people who are going to emerge here in the local churches that you guys cover and you're involved with, and specifically in your movement, that you're going to notice that the majority of people have little kids because the Lord's doing a generation shift. And it doesn't make anything irrelevant, obviously. It's what you want. You want new life. Everything becomes more significant when new life comes. But I saw like too much new life for you to handle without God. That's a great problem. Too much new life, too many pregnant people. There's going to be a sign over the next season that barrenness will be so easy to heal off of people in your movement. Just barrenness will just go because the Lord's filling wombs with new life. And I want to encourage you that this next season, God's going to give you a strategy over your next 10, 15, 20 years. And He's going to include in that strategy a lot of leaders who are around the age of 30 and maybe 27 to 35, somewhere in there. He's going to include in that to not just be like young adult people, but to be in the movement and being groomed to be able to take significant ground in this movement, because the Lord's going to be deploying things that you guys, they weren't your dreams. Like some of the people are coming, they have their own dream, but it's your DNA. So it's different dreams, but it's your DNA. And part of the dreams are going to be over a music movement, over this whole multi-church, around the nations, a music missions movement is going to be born out of you that's going to blow you guys away, because this next generation is so wired for justice, but they'll go with a sound that will trumpet the DNA that will change nations. And I feel like it's going to be shocking to you, because I know you guys, I asked them strategically how many worship teams you have just here at this Cats of Fire location, and they said 3, and that's a lot. And the Lord said, no, that's not a lot. They'll have like 25 teams. Just in this one location, they'll have like 25 teams. Because everyone who's coming is musicians. Everyone who's coming is an artisan. And you're gonna have to figure out how to do creative arts, because they're gonna come and they're gonna have the arts on them, and you'll have to just figure out how to make room for that, because they're gonna come with, there's not enough space for them. I mean, you might have to be like Mike Bickle and just start a 24-hour thing, just so there's enough platforms for them all to practice on, But I wanna encourage you that I feel like, when I gave the word to the other couple, Stuart and Chloe, or Chloe, I never did figure out who she was, that they were coming to an end of things, I feel like the Lord is saying, I've turned off the tap in some certain areas that there's just no more grace for, and it's not even on your map anymore. But what you haven't seen is I'm turning some things on in full force that are going to shock you, because the streams that emerge out of your very movement are going to shock you. They'll be so fruitful and they'll multiply so quickly. You're just going to be in awe of God. But there is some things that He's turned off over the last 2 years, and even in this last few months, that you're like kind of going, okay, we're in the transition time. And today on Yom Kippur, Yom Kippur, the day, this anointed day, I feel like the Lord's saying, I'm opening some things up. In this season, this Rosh Hashanah season, I'm opening some things up, and He's saying, Happy New You, not just Happy New Year over this movement. Happy New You, and you're gonna see a brand new, like never before. And I feel like it's that scripture of Isaiah, behold, I do a new thing, something you've never seen before. And you need to hear that, because all of you who are part of this movement, some of you aren't a part of the movement, but all of you who are part of this movement need to reset yourselves and not let it even come out of your mouth, oh, we've seen that before. Don't even let it come out of your mouth, oh, we did that 20 years ago. Don't let any of that come out of your mouth, because you're going to see a new thing that you couldn't predict. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. And so something started today for you, and even as this man passed away over Canada, I just feel like there's a portion of what he walked in and moved in for souls and revival and the evangelization of a whole nation. I feel like there's something about that that's going to come on Cats of Fire. The evangelization of nations and the discipling of nations is going to come on your guys' movement. And so something has happened for whatever reason today that I'm declaring to you that's going to change everything. So, no big deal, right?